Hello there, and welcome to Andre's Artist Profiles. Today is the birthday of one of the people who was actually very important to me as a musical, cultural phenomenon, if you'll forgive perhaps my use of double negatives or whatever, even though I really hadn't heard a lot of her music on record, and that is Sinead O'Connor. As we all know, in the early 90s, Sinead O'Connor created quite a stir around her music in that she was still very much focused on social issues and politics in her music at a time when most people were focusing inward on interpersonal angst and anger and so on and so forth. And interestingly enough, she approached that socio-political consciousness with a certain sense of anger, which I think that was a quality that really bought her over commercially a little bit at that early 90s, late 80s period. Anyway, I have a good chunk of her classics now. She's recorded a good, steady amount of albums since she's had a child, but has very gradually sunk out of the public eye. But here's what I have for Sinead O'Connor right here. Starting, all these albums you see right here, these CDs, I got from a place called Edge Video around here. They were less than $1, you know. I mean, not that I don't value Sinead O'Connor's musical vision, but anyway, this is her first album from 1987, The Lion and the Cobra. Very successful album. And here is her second. Now, this really broke her through as a commercial entity. I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got. She recorded a Prince song on here called Nothing Compares to You. It's become so famous that a lot of people forget that Prince actually recorded it with St. Paul Peterson from the time and his then girlfriend Susanna Melvoin, sister of his guitar player at the time, Wendy Melvoin, in a spin-off group of the time called The Family back in 1985. The Family were the first one to record Nothing Compares to You, but Sinead O'Connor had the big hit with it. I like both versions, but anyway, this is I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got. So I just wanted to mention that little Prince connection there. And the next album is a record of standards called Am I Not Your Girl? Now, around this time, it was 1992, and Sinead O'Connor was very heavily involved in Red Hot and Blue, which was a Cole Porter tribute / AIDS benefit. And during that same year, she went on to Saturday Night Live, and instead of singing the song she was supposed to in her lineup, she did a version of Bob Marley's song War. After which she held up a picture of Pope John Paul II, yelled out, "Fight the real enemy," and ripped up the picture to absolutely no applause. Personally, I congratulated her effort. I mean, people may have different ideological ideas about that, but it was a ballsy move and it took guts. And I know that it really ruined her career. And she had an album after that called Universal Mother, which I don't have, where she sung about a conspiracy theory involving the Irish potato famine on kind of an Irish rap song. Anyway, the next album I have by her is Faith and Courage. This came out in the late 90s, but the back cover is missing because I got it from a grab bag at a place called Bull Moose Records. So anyway, that's what I have for Sinead O'Connor, and I want to wish her and her family a very happy birthday. And I wanted, if Sinead O'Connor is seeing this, and any of her fans, I respect what she's done. I congratulate her for keeping message songs in her music, and, you know, never backing down from her mission, essentially, even when it's not listened to. Happy birthday to Sinead O'Connor.